Whoever wins this game gets $25. We have a man dressed as a chessboard wearing skiing goggles versus another person named Taken. The man dressed as a chessboard is playing with the white pieces and Taken is playing with the black pieces. I would already say that white's position looks a little bit better because it looks like he's going to have a lot of pawns in the center with e4, and his position already looks fairly strong. Even though he's a little bit better, the computer says it's still relatively equal. Obviously, the knight now has to move, and then probably getting the white king to safety, so developing the knight to e2, takes, and then probably pushing the pawn or developing the knight. So I would say white's position is still a lot better because he could probably start pushing the pawns, start pushing the f pawn closer to black's king. Yeah, he's actually losing by a lot now. He's down almost 2 points, and he also has a pass pawn. So black's position, he needs to be very careful, or else he could lose this game fairly quickly. So it looks like developing the rook to the open file, but he decides to target that weak pawn on b6, and obviously slide the bishop back because the knight was attacking it. And now, yeah, okay, now he's trying to block the pawn. Taken just blundered a pawn on d5, which is actually a huge problem because that was stopping the white pawns from moving forward. So Taken is now completely losing the game, but maybe he can make some type of comeback. His position looks horrible, but maybe there's no sense in giving up. Like, obviously he should keep playing. He just lost another pawn, so he's down 2 points of material. Knight retreats, and then just start pushing the pawns down the board. This isn't actually totally easy for white to win this yet. It still gets kind of confusing. Both players are now low on time because this video is edited, so obviously the moves are a lot faster. But white is definitely winning with the two pass pawns and being up 2 points of material. Taken's position looks terrible. Obviously taking the knight there is a great move because the rook has to move back into a worse placement. Moving the king, I don't really know what that does. Okay, moving the rook, threatening to take the pawn. There's really nothing you can do there. You could move the king up 1 square, and then when they take, block with the knight. But okay, he decides just to push the pawn. And yeah, Taken's position just looks terrible. I don't even know what he can play here. Probably nothing. But he needs to play faster because he's getting low on time. Both players need to make sure they remember their time, because both of them could still easily lose on time if they're not careful. So it looks like Taken's king is in terrible positioning. It's blocked by its own pawns. This is mate in 3 here because of knight check, king moves, sacrifice the knight, pawn takes, and then check. And then if the king were to move back, then this is checkmate because the knight defends. Is Chess Explainer going to see that? Absolutely f***ing not. Not even Magnus Carlsen on cocaine could spot that. But now both players are just kind of playing terrible moves because they both don't have much time. It looks like Taken's threatening to sacrifice his rook on f1, king takes, and then promoting to a queen. An interesting move here would actually be to move the king. Obviously the knight check is mate, but no one's gonna spot that. So I would say like moving the king looks kind of interesting, but he probably won't do that. To probably just take the rook and then sacrifice and then promote to a queen. So that looks like kind of the best series of moves. Now he has a queen, but he's still completely losing. Both players are now just kind of playing fast. They need to make sure they don't run out on time. That was mate in 1 there, but they missed it. Sacrifice the queen, sacrifice the rook again. King takes, rook check, sacrifice the rook, sacrifice the rook. Oh, and he loses on time. That's really unfortunate. He almost made a comeback there. Yeah, and then he hits the camera. Let's actually see the instant replay of that. So obviously he loses, and then the arms go up. Both arms go up, and then both arms go down at a double slam. And then I think he stands up here, and then a swing. He misses the first time, but then the backhand hits the camera, falls down. And then obviously he has chess pieces here, so he definitely is someone who plays chess. Thank you, Taken and Chess Explainer, for helping me make this video. If you guys want to check out their channel, their links are in the description. And if you want to be featured in one of these videos, you can message me on chess.com.